Hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Mark, and for this video, what we will do is I'm gonna be sharing with you the reactions and commentaries, thoughts that I have about the second episode of I Told Sunset About You. So the second episode, I actually watched it twice. These are some of the things that I've noticed and I want to talk about in this video basically. So there are four things that I want to talk about regarding the series. These are like basically, again, my comments, my thoughts, and my reactions to I Told Sunset About You, the second episode. First on the list is that for the second episode, or this is actually like for the whole like first, second, and a third episode, because I've already also watched the third episode of I Told Sunset About You. Or I really love the cinematography on how this series is basically filmed, and everything like the blocking, things like that. I might be saying this multiple times in the videos if I'm gonna be releasing some reaction videos about the series. I might have said this multiple times while like watching the series, but to be honest, the cinematography of this series is truly like insane. Like a lot of scene in this series really showcase like the brilliance of the people like behind the camera and how like they did it. There's this scene on this second episode where it was the scene where like so OL and Buzz was leaving, and if you have noticed how they were like how Te and OL were framed, they were actually framed using the doors na sila lang yung like nakikita on both doors. For me, that's sort of like, I think, speaking about how they are separated, because on that part it shows that they're actually not together. So some kind of like that message. That's what I got from that like framing of that scene, as well as the scene when at the very end of this episode where Tae was actually on the boat ahead of OL. The way that the camera movements and the way that they were also framed on that one, there is a separate like in the middle. I don't know what you call that, but they were seated right like on the like opposite ends basically of the passenger seats, and there's like a separation in the middle. And yeah, I just love how or that also shows the separation of the characters, because they had like sort of like had an issue with each other, so they were like separated, and how also the camera was moved there when the boat started to and I also love the blocking part of where Te and Toin were dating, when they were like on the stony like beach facing the sea, and they were like painting. I love how they were like frame, how they are not looking into we're actually getting a shot from the back, from on of their back, and that's just so beautiful. Like each of the extras, the blocking of the extras, and the framing using like the natural elements, again the doors, the windows of the boat, they were just like amazing. Like everything was like pinag-isipan, everything was thought of. There are shows that I've watched that they were filming a scene like too long, but that is not adding any importance or anything to the story. Technically, maybe just to like stretch like an episode or a scene. However, with I Told Sunset About You, like episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, it doesn't feel that way. Like there were scenes where it's really doing anything, but it is important. Like it should be included on that like sequence or whatever you call that. So that's why I really love one of the things that I love about is the cinematography and how they are doing the stuff. So the second thing is that let's talk about telling friends about liking someone of the same gender. Another thing that I love about this episode, the second episode, was the scene where Te and OL were talking about liking someone. When OL said he liked Buzz, he was happy for him. Like, he did not think about gender. He did not think about like who Buzz was. The same happiness he had maybe when all got the first slot on the waiting list. Like, he was just happy. Like the same happiness he had when at the start of the scene, like they were happy about OL getting like getting on the waiting list as like the first person, and when OL also told Te about Buzz, same happiness. I see the same happiness. There was no judgment there. And additionally, when Te like said to the Murao Yulok that he will be courting O just to test like Buzz if he's gonna react, and their friends were surprised. For me though, it's not because of the fact that it's a gay relationship, but it's because that of the fact that they are friends. Like, alam niyo yung feeling na the feeling that or the kind of law or law ba rule when it comes to friendship, walang like you don't actually go into a relationship with like within the like your group. There's something like that kind of rule usually when it comes to like a circle of friends. So I think they were surprised of because of that, but not because of like that because of the fact that it's like a gay or a queer relationship, which I think should be like the thing. It should be like how people should react whenever like someone told him that they like someone of the same gender. There should be no like surprise because it's the same gender. It should be a surprise because, oh, you like that person, not because, oh, you are into like same gender. Not that reaction. It should be something about the other thing that, oh, you like this person. And then the third one that I wanna share with you about while watching the series is that the NOL doesn't have like labels. There's no label. They just care for each other. Like when they were talking at like the boat scene, they just understand that they care for each other, and there is no need for a label at that time. They just really like wanna be caring, wanna be close to each other and things like that. The it's a mutual understanding that they will not be putting any labels on it yet. They just they just know. Maybe because also of the fact that they're not sure of the feelings that they're having, or they're not, or they don't know yet on what label to put it, or they don't know yet on how to label the affection, the care that they have for each other. Because when Tay was jealous, he's unsure actually why he was jealous. I think he was thinking if he was jealous because he felt that he's losing a best friend again, because again, and Bass, or was he jealous because he wants to be with, because OL wants to be with Buzz, who like romantic, in a way it's romantic, that kind of jealousy. So maybe that's also the reason why they are not like really putting labels onto it. I just love how Te and OL did not mention about their feelings, but just the things that they want to happen to their relationship. Like no labels, we just want to care for each other. Like no secrets, time for each other. They just want to basically enjoy what they have, because that is what is important at the moment. Like what they want is each other, and that's it. And the last thing that I want to talk to you about is that the meanings behind this is one of the things I did not include it on the cinematography because it's kind of like another thing. But yeah, the meanings behind colors. So I think a lot of people have noticed this as well on the series, that blue and red kind of like colors. I don't know if I mentioned this on the reaction that I posted for the first episode, because I think now the blue and red really mean a lot. Like personally, I love series with Easter eggs and references in them. So on this series, I've noticed that the color blue represents Te, and red is for OL. When I've noticed that, I've started looking into things around them like differently. Like whenever I see like a red color, a blue color, I look at it with thinking that, oh, this might represent something about like the status of their relationship or something like that. On this episode, there are two things that stand out for me regarding like the colors. That was the red color pencil, and then the red life jacket. I think I also noticed the red and blue name. I think that's the name tag on the uniform of Te when he went to OL school, his old school. There was also the blue and red on his uniform. So with regards to like the red color pencil thing, when Te realizes that he's actually jealous and care for OL, he seems to look at the color red differently. That's why he was like actually like staring at the pencil and was like playing with it when he was on a date with Tarn at the how do you call that? Is that like a bay or a beach? Because I don't know. Which is also the same, like how he looks at the red color was also the same as how he hates the smell of like the coconut at the start, but at the later part of this episode he actually likes it. That was on like the boat scene. He learned to like it. Because also on the same boat scene, he was actually wearing the red life jacket over his the blue polo that he was like wearing. So basically what I think about that is that this colors actually represents the status of the relationship. Meaning like they wearing like the red color over him, looking at the red color differently, is actually showing that he has feelings, or he has OL on him. Like OL shares a part of him, if you get what I mean. Yung parang he wants OL to be like a part of him. That kind of like idea because the way that the life jacket is on his blue polo, and then the name, something like that. So I think that's like what it means, or what's like the that's like the message of the colors, I think. But that's just me though. That's just me seeing things differently and maybe like over analyzing things. So okay, so those are the 4 things that I want to talk about regarding the second episode of I Told Sunset About You. So if you like this kind of video or about I Told Sunset About You, please let me know in the comments. If you want me to do an actual reaction while watching the series, I will do my best to do that. Let me know in the comments if you want that kind of reaction for I Told Sunset About You, or do you want to just have like a sit down and then talk about the points or the things that I really like about an episode. I think that's it for this video. Again, if you have any comments on how to do or suggestions and how to do the reactions for I Told Sunset About You, you can leave that on the comments. I'll be more than happy to check them out and see what I can do to share with you more about what I think about I Told Sunset About You. So I think that's it for this video. Click the like button if you like it. Don't forget to follow me by social media. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And click the notification bell so that you'll get updated whenever I upload a new video. Thanks again for watching. Hangtod sa sunod na itong panakita. Ang ng kanunay.